Hello everyone. So today we have with us Lavanya, AIR 57 this year. So many congratulations, Lavanya.
Thank
You
you so
for being here.
Thank you so much, sir.
So Lavanya, you are a software developer by profession, right? So I always feel very happy whenever someone from that background cracks this exam. So Lavanya, can you introduce yourself and your journey in UPSC so far?
Sir, I was born and brought up in Delhi.
Mhm.
I have done my schooling from Queen Mary's 10th class and Mother Mary's 12th class.
Okay.
Thereafter, I did my BTech in Computer Science Engineering from Indira Gandhi Delhi Technical University,
Okay.
and I graduated in 2021.
Okay.
So while I was working in college, I interned with Google and I got various opportunities on scholarships to go to Google Sydney office, Australia and USA, and many more scholarships like that. So I was a hardcore techie then, and
Okay.
today also I love technology and I'm a hardcore techie, I would say. And post that, after my graduation, I worked as a software engineer in Salesforce, an American MNC, for about an year. And post that, I started preparing for this journey. This was my fourth attempt, but I have given, I began giving these attempts in 2021 itself.
Okay, perfect, Lavanya. So why UPSC? This is the first question. You have this such a lucrative job. Many of you again know Google is the dream company for all the people who pursue computer science, right? So
Yes,
Google, Salesforce, and then UPSC. What made it happen?
So I would say there were 2-3 factors that were motivated me. First, I'm always grateful to my Bua, my aunt. She is an IRTS batch 2001 officer.
Okay.
Yes, Praveen Godivedi. And she has been instrumental throughout my preparation in motivating me to pursue this, because when she shared her, whenever she shares her experiences of the 25-year journey in her service, there were many opportunities that she talks about that she got where she added value to the lives of the people. It can be small, it can be big, but it actually made a difference. And that reflection, actually, that gives a lot of satisfaction to her, and it's reflective on her face also. So that inspires me a lot. And secondly, sir, when I was working for an year in Salesforce, I realized that I was I was a techie person, but apart from that, I also love to interact with people, to understand their problem or any thought that they have, and to contribute my little part in their journey if it can add value and bring happiness, because it will bring happiness to me as well. Because money is not the sole factor that I think could motivate you in a longer run. So these two factors were primarily, they motivated me to pursue this journey. And then when I actually began this journey, other third factor that actually inspired me was when I used some government websites or something like those stuff. I, coming from a technical background,
Yeah.
we are living in the era that, एक second में हमें internet मिलना चाहिए, access होना चाहिए, glitches पसंद नहीं आते websites में. So I was like we are living in the era of digital governance. And I was contributing to a very little software product in that company. But if I come to this field, I would get opportunities where I could actually build something using technology that could ease the processes for the people. So that was my prime aim, that I would love to use technology in the governance also. So these were factors that were motivating me.
Okay, so I hope when you join the services, we'll see a lot of reforms in governance, particularly.
I would contribute my part, definitely.
Okay, okay. Lavanya, so you had sociology as an optional, right? So coming from this background of computer science, how easy was for you to adapt to that particular subject?
Sir, one thing was very clear, like my elders and my seniors told me that maths या science कुछ ऐसा optional तो लेना नहीं है, because there are notions that they are vast, lengthy, and computer science was not available, the degree through which I've graduated. So I had referred to the syllabus जो optionals होते हैं,
Right.
and I came upon sociology, geography and anthropology.
Right.
So anthropology का मैंने थोड़ा पढ़ा तो उसमें ज़्यादा interest नहीं आया, biology and थोड़ा वो होता है, I was from non biology वाला background.
Right.
So then geography was interesting, but it was vast. So when I actually studied some basic books of sociology like NCRTs, I found out that it actually will give you multiple perspectives to look at things in society. Because coming from a technical perspective, I would say my perspective was very unidimensional.
Okay.
So having various studying about various things that are happening in society from a sociological angle would give me multiple dimensions to think upon. So that made that intrigued me. And finally, I would say availability of right mentors. Manoj Bish sir has been an instrumental part in my journey of sociology as well as interview.
Right.
So he was always there to guide me, and he was one person who always, motivated me कि sociology is a very good optional, easy availability of material resources, I would say, right guidance. And apart from that, my interest was also there. And interlinking with the syllabus was very much in sociology. I mean,
Okay.
I have used my knowledge of sociology in essay, in ethics, GS 1, 2, 3, everywhere. And even in interview, that helped me.
So all the students who have sociology as their optional, again, a very good message for all of you that sociology will help you in many aspects, your GS, your essay, again, ethics, and all the GS papers, right? So as conveyed by Lavanya here. So Lavanya, moving on, you have evolved as a student, as an aspirant. So this journey started in 21, so more or less 3-4 years. So how Lavanya has evolved as an aspirant?
Sir, I would say that I have been a topper throughout my school and college.
Okay.
So failing 21 and 22 prelims was like, it took a lot of toll on my mental health. And that is like, I consider this reason as one of the prime reasons behind I not giving 100% in my 23 ka mains. Because somewhere I was taking this mental baggage that I know that I've not studied for the initial 2 attempts. My family knew, but no one else knew.
Right.
And it was something that, officially I was writing ke third, like in 2023 attempt, jab bhara paper mein, it was my third attempt. So I was taking it on my head that, third ho gaya. Apna engineers ko thoda ego hota hai, ek do mein फोड़ेंगे, ye kya hai?
Right.
I mean, third, fourth tak to kaun hi jayega?
सोच के नहीं आता.
हाँ, सोच के नहीं आते हैं. मतलब थोड़ा I guess engineer के जितने लोगों से engineer से मैंने बात करा, थोड़ा ये रहता है.
We all plan कि अभी ठीक है 1 साल जॉब करी है, अगले साल तक IAS.
Engineers actually work in smart work more than hard work.
वो last night
Figuring out
and
short
everything.
ways.
Yes.
So I was taking somewhere the mental baggage. So my mother always used to say one thing to me that, जब तुम डरोगे नहीं तभी तुम्हारा होगा. Because take this exam as an exam only, nothing more, nothing less. We are living in 21st century where we have lot of opportunities to excel if you have confidence in yourself, your skills, your talent. So that was somewhere like my family supported me a lot. And through that process, I have evolved as a more calm person, as a more happy person, I would say. And I've detached myself, my preparation from this exam. I mean, this preparation is teaching me to be a more responsible citizen.
Right.
I was not. I would frankly say I was not like when I was a techie. I didn't know about constitution, president, prime minister, how they are elected, nothing.
Right.
So this preparation made me a more responsible citizen. I'm more empathetic and compassionate towards the needs of, I would say less privileged one, even the maids that are coming to my home.
Right.
I mean, that perspective that exam has brought in me has literally gone a 360-degree view.
Right.
So I would say, it has evolved me as a person. It has made me into a more empathetic person.
Right. And again, I feel the same. I have so many colleagues working in IT sector. So again, this message to all of you who are working in IT sector, be a bit more involved in India, right? India as a concept, India as a nation. So, okay, moving on. So Lavanya, what was your journey as a foundation? So how do you think foundation helps an aspirant?
Sir, I would say foundation is the building blocks of your future studies and preparation. If the foundation is weak, the entire next preparation goes for a toss.
Right.
So foundation has to be strong. Your command on the static subject should be like very, very strong. It cannot be, it cannot be like loose in bits and pieces. And more so for me or students coming with from a technical background, because we don't have the knack of humanities. हमको हर चीज पॉइंटर में लिखनी है. मैथ साइंस जो ह्यूमैनिटीज कर रहे हैं उनको एक मिसकंसेप्शन है कि ह्यूमैनिटीज इज इजी एंड साइंस एंड टेक वी काइंड ऑफ सेलिब्रेट इट लाइक एनीथिंग. सो वो कंसेप्शन थोड़ा चेंज होता है. फाउंडेशन जब आप करते हैं, जब चीजें सीखते हैं कि ह्यूमैनिटीज इज ऑल्सो लाइक it's a very vast field, I would say. It's a very creative field. जितना creativity आपको टेक में चाहिए कुछ इनोवेट करने के लिए, उतना ही creativity आपको इसमें चाहिए. I mean,
believe it's tougher, right?
I would agree with you. It's more tougher.
It's very easy to change a code,
Yes,
right?
yes,
But to change
correct,
people, to
correct.
change a nation direction,
Yes,
again, it's very different.
definitely.
Right.
So foundation is very important. जो basic sources हैं, polity के, geography के, economy के, you should have strong hold over fundamentals that would build your further preparation.
Okay. Okay, Lavanya, you were also a working professional when you were preparing, right? So how did you manage your day? What was a ideal day for you? Because again, we know it's a bit hectic when you are working. So many of the students also come to us that, so we are working professional, and is it possible to crack this exam? So what's your take on that?
So for me, first of all, I won't consider myself as a right person because I couldn't. That's why maybe I failed in prelims 21 and 22. But the thing was, I mean, I was a working professional, so 10 to 6 अपना job का time रहता है. It was a laptop computer desk job. So I was doing that. And apart from that, actually, I was having some eye issues.
Okay.
And I did my entire preparation from the laptop, like sitting in the four walls in the room, like at my home. I never came to ORN or used a library, or like I have very limited physical resources that I referred to. So for me, it was a bit challenging because after giving 8 hours to job and then 3-4 hours to study, it was taking a lot of strain on my eye health. I have some dry eye issue.
Okay.
But like I have friends who have cleared this exam with the job. So when I asked them, so they always used to say one thing. I mean, it's like every other topper who's a working professional, I guess, says the similar thing, that then you have to sacrifice your weekends. You have to be brutally honest with your time. If you are giving 8 hours to your work, like a working thing, then 3-4 hours is a must every day. एंड अपना क्या, अगर हम फुल टाइम प्रिपरेशन करते हैं तो हम 10-11-12 घंटे बैठेंगे, तो उसमें से माई आउटपुट वाज 7 to 8 hours. But if you are a working professional, if you are sitting for 3 to 4 hours, your output has to be 3 to 4 hours. It cannot be 1 to 2 hours.
Right.
So you have to be, and I would say everything has to be first win in the head. I mean, you have to win the battle in the head.
Right.
And you have to be very, very clear that, you want to pursue this exam. And you have, like, many people have different sort of reasons why they cannot leave job, and that's fairly like fair on their part. But then it is their sole dedication, their focus on their goal, and the perseverance that take them through. Because I have friends who have worked, like who are working professionals, and they have cleared it with beautiful ranks.
Right. Also, I believe there is a role of mentors here to give you a proper direction.
Definitely.
So, as you said, Manoj was instrumental in that. So, what do you think? What is the role of a mentor in a journey of an aspirant?
So, I would say that we are living in the era of information explosion. Right. Exponential rate of information growth, especially through social media and इधर-उधर के friends, सब कुछ आके बताते हैं. And I mean, एक समुंदर है इन्फॉर्मेशन का जिसमें खोना बहुत आसान है, और उसमें मेंटर का बहुत ज्यादा रोल होता है, बिकॉज मेंटर इज समवन हु इज होल्डिंग योर हैंड एंड गाइडिंग यू टू द राइट डायरेक्शन. And that was the role that Manoj sir has played in my journey. I mean, he has given me the right direction. He has, like, I always used to go to him कि sir इसके sources बता दो, even not in sociology but also in GS 1, 2, 3 कि ये कहाँ से पढ़ना है, ये कहाँ से पढ़ना है, because mentors have gone through that experience.
Right.
And they will share with you the right things.
Right.
Like अगर आप किसी अपने competitor से advice मांगे जाओ, ultimately friends are also competitors, so might be the case that they might not tell you the right sources. But mentors, I think, वो mentor word ही से लेके वो अपना best देना चाहते हैं अपनी mentee को.
Right.
So guidance, right guidance is very important. And Manoj sir मुझे सारे sources बताते थे. Sociology का test series, when I like started my sociology answer writing, it was with him. So he refined it a lot. And I would say, and especially I would say कि हार्ड वर्क के साथ साथ इस एग्जाम में स्मार्ट वर्क बहुत जरूरी है.
Alright.
तो अगर आप खुद से करते जाएंगे तो हो जाएगा, बट माइट बी द केस दैट इट माइट बी द नॉट एफिशिएंट वे. इट मे टेक यू लॉट ऑफ इयर्स, एंड लॉट ऑफ इयर्स कैन टेक अ टॉल ऑन योर मेंटल हेल्थ या फिजिकल हेल्थ एंड व्हाट नॉट. थोड़ी लेटर अटेम्प्ट्स में तो थोड़ा सेल्फ डाउट भी आने लगता है.
और everyone cannot go through that.
Cannot go through that. Correct. So right mentors का होना, I would say, is a must.
Right. So again, all the viewers, mentor Manoj is our mentor in Step Up program at Vajiram and Ravi. So thank you, Manoj, for all the work that you have done. So again, moving on. So Lavanya, first thing is, after foundation, you have got the direction. Now, what about your tests, specifically from prelims or mains point of view? What is the role of tests particularly?
सर आई वुड से कि आपने पढ़ लिया है और अगर आपने टेस्ट नहीं लगाया तो आपको पता ही नहीं है आप कहाँ पे स्टैंड कर रहे हैं.
Okay.
तो foundation is one thing. It is the first thing, but the next things that comes is the PYQs and the tests.
Mm-hmm.
PYQs are like the Bible. I mean, they guide you, the demand, like they tell you what is the demand of the exam, what the examiner is trying to ask you.
Right.
So PYQs are must, but अपने PYQs कर लिए, then you have to test your knowledge as well.
Mm-hmm.
PYQ से pattern पता लग जाता है. Then you go for test series. So for prelims, I did the Vajiram का Power Up.
Okay.
Test series, and to be honest Frank, I didn't give like 20 30 40 tests. अपन 10-11 ही लगाते थे because marks अच्छे आ रहे थे and I was like very clear कि ज़्यादा test series के चक्कर में नहीं खोना है, मेरा static पे strong hold होना चाहिए. And test series में जो गलत होते थे, I used to like sit back and you know reflect on them कि मेरा क्या इस preparation में कमी है कि they are going wrong.
Right.
So that was the case, and Vajiram के test series were like very good.
Right.
I would say I used to like read the model answers twice or thrice before going to the exam hall.
Power Up, right?
Power Up, right.
Perfect.
So that was the case. And regarding the mains, I joined test series at a coaching institute, but then I didn't get the time, I would say, to write the exam. I mean, to write the FLTs.
Right.
So मैंने कम FLTs लिखे. I mean, there's a misconception. थोड़ा फोमो भी होता था उस टाइम पे. सब बोलते थे कि ऐसे 6 टेस्ट लिखने हैं, 5 लिखने हैं, हर एक उसके GS1 के GS2 के. But my approach was that I mean, my focus was on to decode the question, demand of the question, and to brainstorm in my head that you know what could be the answer framework, and how could I make the answer more presentable and more. I can make the job of the examiner easy.
So serve it on the platter for.
Yes, because they are reading the paper vertically. एक
Right.
point पढ़ने का टाइम नहीं होता उनके पास.
बिल्कुल ठीक है.
तो अगर आप थोड़ा घिसमिच करके लिखेंगे या you know you would like, I would say, I mean also paragraph didn't work for me. 23 में किसी ने मुझे एडवाइस दे दी थी कि you know humanities है तो पैराग्राफ में लिखो.
ओहो.
मैं टेक्निकल बैकग्राउंड से आ रही हूँ, मेरे को
Right.
पैराग्राफ लिखने में इट्स वेरी डिफिकल्ट, अपने को पॉइंटर्स लिखने की आदत होती है. तो आई थिंक दैट बैकफायर्ड ऑन मी. तो इस अटेम्प्ट में लाइक आई वेंट विद माय फ्लो. आई लाइक ट्राइड टू मेक इट मोर प्रेजेंटेबल, थोड़ा पॉइंट्स फॉर्मेट में बक्से वक्से बना दिए, थोड़े मजे आते हैं मतलब उनको भी देखने में. डायग्राम्स वगैरह, विजिबिलिटी बन जाती है. डायग्राम्स ऐड कर दीजिए जहाँ हो रहे हैं.
Right.
तो ऑल दैट थिंग आई डिड इन माय मेंस टेस्ट सीरीज, एंड आई डिड लाइक अ लॉट ऑफ ब्रेनस्टॉर्मिंग रादर देन राइटिंग FLTs, बिकॉज ये चीज क्लियर था दैट माय राइटिंग स्पीड वाज fast.
Okay.
So I knew that in my head I would be able to complete the paper. That was not an issue. But I have to write quality answers in that paper. That was my main thing.
Right.
So that was a thing. So that worked for me. Might not work for you. तो आपको अपने according देखना है कि जितने भी FLTs देने हैं, you should have your own strategy. I would say every topper would have their own strategy, and you cannot follow anyone else's. And you have to then believe your strategy.
Right. But also, as Lavanya said, you have to learn from the lessons that
Yeah,
you are
definitely.
committing the mistakes, right?
Yes.
तो अगर prelims में कोई question गलत हो, analyze क्यों
And-
गलत हो रहा है?
Yes, sir.
कि is it because of silly mistake? क्या revision नहीं हुआ?
Definitely.
Everything gets,
Yes,
right?
yes, yes.
Again, I think here is a role of mentor also to guide you. कि you have to constantly learn. ऐसा नहीं है कि overnight topper बन जाता है. You go in day out, you work and then you evolve.
सर
right?
टेस्ट सीरीज में मार्क्स कम आते हैं तो मेंटोर्स के पास जाते हैं.
Right.
पढ़ाई नहीं हो रही उसकी वजह से, यू नो ये टेकिंग प्रेशर के कम नंबर आ रहे हैं, पढ़ाई नहीं हो रही. तो आई यूज्ड टू कॉल मनोज सर के सर पढ़ाई नहीं हो रही, क्या करा जाए. बोलते कि शांति से बैठ के पढ़ो. यूज्ड लाइक मोटिवेट मी, थोड़े एग्जांपल्स वगैरह देके दैट यू नो यू हैव टू सिट डाउन एंड स्टडी, देयर इज नो अदर ऑप्शन.
Right.
तो थोड़ा वो ऊपर से एफर्मेशंस मिलती है तो यू गेट डाउन टू स्टडी बैक अगेन.
Right. और also in this journey, as you see कि जो भी mentors आपको बोलते हैं, this is working for you, right? It is not that mentors have something for themselves. So always follow the advice of the mentors. So whatever is working for you, it should reflect in your papers. It should reflect in your test series, right?
Yes, sir.
So again, Lavanya, about interviews. This is a very common conception कि this is very biased sometimes, right? There's a lot of luck factor in that. So what's your take on that? Because you have got, as we were discussing earlier, you were predicting around 250 and then she got 209 marks in interview, which is again fabulous. And again, Manoj has been instrumental in that as well, right? So what's your take on the interview process like?
Sir, I cannot comment. I mean, this was my first interview and I got to interact with only one board. So I totally cannot comment on, you know, कि जो बच्चे जो conceptions हैं कि कोई board ऐसा होता है वैसा होता है. I cannot because I've not experienced all the boards.
Right.
So I would say, but if you have done your best, I mean, in my case, it was the scene that I would say that I have put in more effort, hard work, smart work, everything in interview more than mains.
Okay.
I mean, mains mein I used to take breaks, but interview mein it was like I was studying 8 to 10 hours a day.
Okay.
And because my interview was on 6th March, so I got a lot of time also to prepare for that. So maybe इसमें थोड़ा रहता है कि जिनको पहले interview आ जाता है, they don't get a lot of time. But I mean, fortunately enough, I got it on in the middle of the interview schedule. So I got a lot of time to prepare. Firstly, secondly, I prepared my DAF thoroughly. I mean, thoroughly means thoroughly. Then Manoj sir was always there to guide me. He used to take one-on-one sessions with me to improve the way I was giving the answers. Initially, जब sir ने एक दो sessions लिए, it was like के he used to say that, you know, मैंने क्या पूछा है, तुम क्या बोल रहे हो, अपनी knowledge नहीं झाड़नी है. You have to address the demand of the question. It's not mains, right?
Demand of the question is equally relevant for mains and interview.
Definitely,
and
it's more important for interview,
right.
because वहाँ पे
You have time
वहाँ पे there is time crunch, and
They'll
they are very, very experienced people. They
Right.
just want to know the answer to what they have asked.
Right.
Otherwise, I mean, it becomes boring for them as well. It's
Right.
their job, right?
Right.
So we have to give it in such a way, in such a precise and a crisp manner that इवन उनको सुन के भी मजा आ रहा है. आई मीन, मुझे किसी से बात करके सुनने में मजा तभी आएगा जब वो मेरे, अगर मैं पूछ कुछ और रही हूँ, वो बता कुछ और रहे हैं, तो आई वुड से, आई मीन, दे कैन नॉट डिकोड व्हाट आई एम आस्किंग, राइट? सो इंटरव्यू प्रोसेस इन इटसेल्फ, आई वुड से, लाइक, it is equally important as means. And I, apart from decoding my DAF, I gave a lot of mocks also to boost up my confidence to sit in front of like 5 people, because pre और mains के preparation में तो सब कुछ चार दीवारी के पीछे होता रहता है, तो you don't get a lot of chance to talk out. So, and apart from that, I made some friends also who were giving the interview. We used to discuss daily the questions that were given in the transcripts. Like एक भी question नहीं छोड़ा होगा transcript का, तो
अच्छा. Okay.
That was the level of preparation. And friends के साथ discuss करते थे. Family के साथ I used to sit down and discuss.
Okay.
I mean, my mother is a teacher. So she helped me a lot in my interview. She reads newspaper, like she every day reads newspaper. तो वो पूछती रहती थी, उसी के according वो भी transcripts देखती थी, वो भी पूछती थी.
अच्छा.
तो that was
the role of बुआ जी.
लाइक उन्होंने भी, उनके पास तो मैं तब जाती थी, थोड़ा डर होता है ना, I mean, तो वो जब थोड़ा प्रिपेयर कर लिया, उसके बाद आई यूज्ड टू गो टू हर कि अब आप पूछिए जो पूछना है आपको, थोड़ा सा. शी स्टेज नियर माय प्लेस, तो ऐसा रहता था. बट हाँ, आई मीन, शी वाज ऑलवेज मोटिवेटिंग मी, आई मीन, थ्रू आउट माय जर्नी. इवन व्हेन द रिजल्ट केम, शी वाज लाइक, आई थॉट टू क्राई, कि सब रील्स वगैरह में रोते हैं, तो मैं थोड़ा रोने का ट्राई करूंगी रिजल्ट आएगा तो, और मैं कोशिश कर रही थी पर रोना आ नहीं रहा था. बट व्हेन आई टोल्ड माय बुआ जी, एवरीवन वाज एक्साइटेड. माय बुआ जी एंड माय दादी, लाइक लिटरली दे क्राइड. सो इट वाज, आई मीन, इट वाज रियली, आई मीन, मोर देन मी, I am happy because my family members are happy. So seeing their happiness provides me more.
Right. And this is what happiness is, right?
Yeah.
When you make people around you happy.
Yes.
Right. So Lavanya, as you were saying, you gone through various transcripts. So that is for interview. But previous questions for prelims and mains, that serves the same purpose. That decodes the mindset of UPSC. What's your take on previous questions particularly?
So I would say they're very, very, very important. I mean, जितना भी emphasize करा जाए वो कम होगा.
Okay.
Because they are kind of a rudder that are providing you how to decode the mindset of the examiner.
Right.
I mean, अगर आप PYQs नहीं देखेंगे तो आपको पता ही नहीं लगेगा कि पढ़ना क्या है, कौन सा टॉपिक important है, कौन सा नहीं है. So that's the level of importance of PYQs, and I covered the 10 years के PYQs for prelims, and mains के भी also I did for the last 7 years. And optional के लिए तो it was very, very, very important because the themes get repeated. Even in this year's optionals, I mean, themes do get repeated, and there you do not have the time to sit back and think. It has to be on your tips.
Right.
And for GS also, you like kind of, I decoded the micro themes. कि for example, अगर गुप्ता पे पूछा गया है, चोला से पूछा गया है, तो what next? I mean, संस्कृत लिटरेचर बच गया है, जैन लिटरेचर पे पूछा हुआ है, बुद्धिस्ट लिटरेचर पे पूछा हुआ है. सो काइंड ऑफ ट्राई टू डिकोड द माइक्रो थीम्स कि व्हाट इज द प्रोबेबल क्वेश्चन नेक्स्ट. एंड बहुत बार वो रिपीट भी हो जाते हैं, तो उसमें यू कैन ऑब्वियसली बोरो द मटेरियल. तो PYQs आर वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट एंड यू कैन नॉट जस्ट अवॉइड PYQs.
So have you made notes around that? What was your structure like? Were you a note making person or not?
Sir, I actually, for prelims, I didn't make handwritten notes ever, because prelims में information इतना dynamic होता है. We have to read a lot, like static current affairs, And because coming from a technical background, I maintained OneNote, Microsoft का जो आता है उस पे I used to jot down points.
Okay.
क्योंकि वो मुझे थोड़ा redundant ही लगता था. For me, it was more important to glance through the things once so that it remains in front of me, because prelims is about recognizing the answer.
Right.
It's not about कि सब कुछ रटा हुआ होना चाहिए.
Right.
So recognition comes from कि आपने एक बार सब कुछ अच्छे से पढ़ा हुआ है. This is for like current वगैरह जो हम extra लेते हैं, value addition वाला. Static तो आपको remember ही होना चाहिए बहुत अच्छे से.
Right.
So notes इसमें नहीं थे, but mains में I would say like we cannot work without notes. Optional में it's very important. I mean notes, you should have your short notes for last 5 days का जो revision का वो time मिलता है. For GS1, I would say history. I mean GS1 का syllabus I used to cover it from prelims. So I just used to get some 2-3 pages. उस पर diagrams बना लेती थी मैं. Geography के हो गए या history के, temple architecture, Buddhist architecture में stupas वगैरह हो गए. तो वो diagrams को I used to inculcate in the paper. For GS2 and 3, I mean I had to like जो भी value addition चल रहा है, because pre और mains के बीच में जो news आती है 3 महीने, that's very important for mains.
Okay.
So I used to I basically did a current affairs का crash course. तो वहाँ पे वो सारे short notes मिलते थे. Then I used to make other short notes कि क्या क्या अपने को मतलब अगर जो हम कोर्स कर रहे हैं उसका 20-30% भी अगर हम एक्चुअल पेपर में replicate कर पाए, that's more important.
Right.
So short notes are very important for mains. Prelims के लिए everyone has their own strategy. My friends made notes, I didn't make notes. So
Right. Okay. Okay, Lavanya. So after all this, students are panicking right now in last 30 days. Right. So we have this exam of prelims. So what is your message for these last days for those aspirants?
sir, firstly, I would say to those aspirants that PYQs अगर अभी तक नहीं कर रहे हैं तो just go through them thoroughly. चाहे तो एक एक दिन लगा के सब्जेक्ट्स के 10 years के PYQs कर लीजिए आप. Secondly, स्टैटिक में अगर कुछ भी मिसिंग है तो स्टैटिक जरूर से कर लीजिए. डोंट रन आफ्टर न्यू रिसोर्सेज एट दिस पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम एंड डोंट रन आफ्टर करंट अफेयर्स अननेसेसरीली. एंड जस्ट रिवाइज योर स्टैटिक. एंड थर्डली आई वुड से अभी दोस्तों से टाइम मतलब बात करने का टाइम रहा नहीं है. सो सेव अप योर टाइम फ्रॉम एवरी like unnecessary thing that you are doing, I would say. And most importantly is you have to maintain your confidence, your calm and your mental peace, because on the day of the exam, I mean if you have been honest throughout your preparation, it will give you confidence, and this confidence will actually take you through the prelims, because prelims is as much about knowledge or like solving answers as much about it is confidence.
Right.
On the day of the exam, if you're not confident, despite the fact that you have, studied for 12 hours a day or maybe 10 hours a day, you won't. So
Right.
confidence is must, and this will come by keeping your calm, keeping your head cool, and ये सोच के जाना एग्जाम में कि अगर मेरा नहीं हो रहा तो किसी का भी नहीं हो रहा. So that is the mindset that will take you through the prelims.
Right, because I have seen people who shiver while they are filling this OMR. There was this student who was literally crying after the exam. I was not able to mark the bubbles. So you have to keep calm, right? In these last 30 days, also in the main exam hall.
I would say just follow the process and don't worry about the results. Because results, as is said that, कर्मण्य वाधिकारस्ते मा फलेषु कदाचन.
Right.
I mean, maybe I would say कि एक बार इस लाइन को सुबह एक बार पढ़ लिया करो. हम धीरे धीरे पढ़ेंगे तभी वो जाके कॉन्शियस एंड सबकॉन्शियस में आएगा. Because we ultimately do not have the right over the results. Just follow the process and believe in yourself that you will do it. And exam hall में इधर उधर देखने की जरूरत नहीं है. Just have this confidence that if you cannot do, किसी और से भी नहीं हो रहा वो.
Perfect.
That's the
So you seem like a very religious person also, is it?
So my family background is such that, yeah, I would say religious or spiritual, whatever you.
So what's your take if we include, have you used that knowledge in ethics or essay particularly?
Yes, sir. I would say yes.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not like recalling an example, but because like I have been reading some spiritual texts like Bhagavad Gita, many people are reading nowadays, or Srimad Bhagavatam, or things, stuff like that. So subconscious में वो examples रह जाते हैं. And I used it in my essay even. Like I began my essay with one of these examples, personal anecdotes of visiting a religious place.
Okay.
And then I also use it in ethics.
Okay, perfect. So there's a book called Difficulty of Being Good. Again, it's a very good book for ethics, revolving around Mahabharata and lessons, ethical lessons. So yes. Okay, so you were talking about mental peace, calm. So I think the issue of mental health, again, it's a very important issue for all the aspirants out there. I know many aspirants struggle, really struggle. So what's your message for those aspirants who are struggling in this journey?
Sir, I would say to all these aspirants, to all those aspirants, that physical and mental health should not be compromised at any cost. At any cost means at any cost.
Right.
Because if you are not feeling mentally fit, or if you are going through some sort of, I would not say anxiety, तो सबको होती रहती है, but kind of थोड़ा depressing phase है, and you are taking this exam on your head.
Right.
It will give you the feeling that कुछ तो missing है. I mean, I'm not able to do my 100%. तो उससे आपका सब कुछ affect होगा. Your happiness would be affected. Your amount of dedication that this exam requires, or your hard work would be affected. Everything would be affected, and it will take you nowhere. Literally nowhere. So you have to be conscious of the physical and the mental well-being. I would say, like, I exercise daily. And it is very important because we have to sit for long hours.
Right.
And आजकल इतनी ज़्यादा health issues हो रहे हैं. I mean, my friend, she's junior to me. And she's having back pains and she's seeing
Right.
neurosurgeons and whatnot.
Right.
I mean, it's so stressful, and I mean, it's so not so good to see her in such a situation, because what's the age? I mean, we are 24, 25 and we have a whole life ahead of us.
Yes.
So it's very important to exercise daily, and apart from that, फास्ट फूड की हैबिट्स इतनी है, वो तो गिव अप कर नहीं सकते, तो एक्सरसाइज भी कर लीजिए ढंग से. एंड देन मेंटल वेलबींग के लिए आई वुड से परस्यू अ हॉबी, and anything. It can be listening to a song, it can be going for a walk or playing a sport. And one thing which is must while following a hobby is, when you are doing something to unwind yourself, just don't think about studies. Otherwise वो हॉबी भी अपना काम नहीं करेगी, आपको रिफ्रेश करने का, एंड आप पढ़ भी नहीं पाएंगे ढंग से जो आप उसके बाद कर सकते थे. So just forget about studies when you are pursuing your hobby, and just forget about anything else when you are studying. That's
Right.
the only motto, and just be happy. Your happiness should not come from any exam or any result or anything else. It should be, I mean, you should make happiness and this feeling as a part of yourself. I mean, ऐसा होना चाहिए कि जहाँ जाओ माहौल बना दो, ऐसे वाला, I would say.
Right.
So this exam doesn't ensure that you will be happy, because life ke toppers change every 7 years.
Right.
Doesn't mean that if anyone tops this exam would be happy in their further life.
Right. So a very important message for all of you. So happiness should come first, before anything, before exam. So thank you.
Thank you so
Thank you, Lavanya, for having this wonderful interaction. It was a pleasure to have you here. I wish you all the best.
Thank you.
I'm sure we'll see a lot of headlines in coming years.
Thank you so much, sir.
Okay. Thank you for being here.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.